celebrating the efforts of the people who came before us, and also the current activists that are championing for human rights for all. I think for me, it's reflecting and seeing the gains and the losses that we've made over the years to ensure that we have equality for both women and girls. There is issues of participation when it comes to public resources and public funding. And I think for us, participation is the biggest challenge when it comes to our inclusion in these processes, because a lot of times participation is really not organic, it's designed. And I think that really thwarts the effort to have people who are voiceless to be able to voice out their thoughts. Another thing I think for me is gender inequality, and obviously the issue of power imbalances between us and also people in power, and people in power taking advantage of the power that they have and they exerting the force over us. So I think for me, even challenging the power and the status quo is a challenge, because even when we look at our country right now, there is a very big fight between the us as citizens and the people in power, because a lot of times we're feeling like we are expressing what we want, but the people in power are not responsive to the needs and the aspirations that we want. So being able to bridge that gap and ensuring that the people, our duty bearers, are able to respond to our needs and are able to give us the services, quality services that we are supposed to receive, I think for me is important. So another challenge that I would say might be able to also challenge the efforts that we have gained so far is the issue of democracy. You know, even looking back at the elections that we just had in 2022, we see a lot of, well, it is lauded as one of the elections that, was very peaceful and all that. But then what are some of the issues that made Kenyans not to participate in that elections? Because the larger percentage of people who participated did not vote, right? And that is their way of participation, as being apathetic to the process. So we have problems with the institutions. We have problems trusting the institutions that are in place to mandate such processes. We have trust even with the institutions themselves, be it in local or national government. And I think us being able to bridge that trust gap and ensuring that all Kenyans are trusting the processes and trusting the institutions mandated to ensure that democracy prevails in our country is important. Me, it's just focusing on SDG number 17 on partnership for the goals, and it's multifaceted. We must have the government, both national and local government, come in place to ensure that we have proper civic engagement and public engagement before passing of any policies, any bills. But we also have to have the civil society actors in place to ensure that we have raised awareness and sensitization down to mashinani level. I think it's also important to have the academia, the people doing research, also to join into the efforts and ensure that we are moving forward as a country.